Matthew, interesting day for some of the video game companies. So let's start with EA. What was it about their results that investors not liking?
They took down guidance again. They already took down guidance in August. Some of their games just aren't living up to expectations. Battlefield 5, I think this latest report, we have to hear what they say, but it raises a lot of red flags around what they call their live services. That's like their high margin recurring revenue.
So are they in a different model than some of their others, or is it just like flavor of the month, people aren't into it?
It's a little bit of both. I think EA is notorious for, annualization, repetition, and recurring nature of those games. I think FIFA comes every year. Where some of the developers like Take-Two, we can get into them in a second, they spend a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of money making these blockbusters.
Big splashes. Before we get into Take-Two, I want to get into these shares. I mean, down by 6 percentage points after hours, but this is a company that's already eroded its value by basically 40% since its highs.
Basically been cut in half.
And you don't see that getting any better anytime soon. What do they need to do to steady the ship?
We need to hear about that live services growth trajectory. Is this flatlining for the next year, or is this the bottom and it's going to accelerate from here? If that's the case, they could be kitchen sinking it here, and then, it looks better going forwards.
All right, let's turn the page. Take-Two, whose shares soared today. Am I just wasting my life because I've never played Red Dead Redemption? Like, is it that amazing that I should go out and get a system right now and play it?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
I mean, we're talking to a major gamer here, too, not just an analyst.
I won't tell you how many hours I played it this weekend. It is the 6th highest rated video game ever on Metacritic.
And that's over what course of one weekend, basically?
Yeah, it's the largest opening weekend for any entertainment product ever. That's beating Avengers: Infinity War. And Rockstar, the label that made this game, they made Grand Theft Auto. They are just notorious for these massive open world experiences that are just pushing the limits of graphics integrity. And this is just the latest and greatest, and it's by no means Red Dead on arrival.
Where can they launch into? I mean, is it every market that they went into? Is this just by US standards? I mean, what about China? Because we were very worried about gamers being able to get into China as a market.
So this game is console only, which by default basically means it's Western Europe and North America and a little bit of Latin America. There's no console business really in China. This game probably won't play well in China. It's probably a little too violent and gory, and they have restrictions on that type of content. In general, you're seeing a crackdown on certain kinds of content in gaming in China, and that's where you have this freeze on approvals that's been hitting everyone. Western developers are mostly insulated from that. I mean, you're seeing Tencent take it on the chin. You're seeing NetEase take it on the chin because of that. Western developers' exposure is less than 5% of revenue. It's not a lot.
Those clips did look really cool. So will you invite me over to play it?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm really excited.
And where else might benefit from these sorts of mega launches? I mean, we were looking at Twitch, which is a way that you can watch other gamers game. And these are sort of companies that can ride on the coattails of these big launches.
The other thing that we've been noticing is the increasing socialization of video games. Much more social content embedded into Twitch, but also more online modes where you can play together. That's benefiting gaming headset sales. If you look at Turtle Beach, the ticker's here, it's up about 1,000% year to date because after Fortnite and PUBG and just increasing socialization of games, their sales are flying.